Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy day to join me. I really appreciate that. The channel's been doing real well, and I really appreciate everyone, coming on by. At some point in the near future, if not the future, there will be hundreds of thousands of people sitting here in our little space that we have. And trust me, when that happens, I'll actually have money, and I might even consider myself employed at that point because I can actually do some stuff that I want to do with the channel and with subs and with Patreon and with the community and many different other ventures that Vlogs About Nothing has planned. I guess to be clear, Vlogs About Nothing is a production that's put on obviously by me, but just, in the description of the channel, and this is a sidebar, this happens often, but we'll get back to where we need to in a second. There's a Unique Avenue Media tag, and so if you guys ever see Unique Avenue Media anywhere, like on a Facebook page, it could be on a fan page, it could be on an IG page, it could be on Facebook, you feel me? Someplace where, like, Unique Avenue Media has stamped many, photographs and posts over the course of a decade, legit. And that's a company that I own, right? So I own a company called Unique Avenue Media, and we, have been a company that has done nothing for a decade, and now is sort of just like everything in my life, it's been that way. And I've liked to joke with myself that, I get it done. It's just always at the very, very, very last second. But nonetheless, Unique Avenue Media is the name of the company that, I would like to own one day, that this channel is a part of, in terms of using this channel to have certain segments and videos and collaborations from different creators and so forth, and just a deluge, just a different content, you know what I mean? But all either by me, just like me, like as it is now, or eventually myself and a team of people, and us out there IRL, sort of doing all of the cool outside production that we can do. And every day that, I make more videos and stuff, I kind of get just a little more excited about how, in theory, I could be like, I'm one day closer to just, making it so that I can have the kind of things and the criteria needed here on YouTube to do the whole, participating in monetization of videos and so forth, so that we can actually have a budget for, Unique Avenue Media, so that we can make other programs, other than Vlogs About Nothing, but like still make Vlogs About Nothing like the spotlight show, the focal point of just sort of how even like the philosophy of my life is, which is just so important and so focused on like chilling. You know what I mean? Like I know what it's like to work. I guess as a part of my reputation, I can work. I've done lots of really cool things, and every time I've done any one of those things, I'm very committed. It's so, like, it's not like I've been lazy, my whole life, or that I've always, really believed in doing nothing or whatever, but there is burnout syndrome, and at some point in your young working life, you will probably maybe realize, and I hope that you don't, but like odds are that you are, because the economy is so bad, feel like you're not getting paid enough for what you're doing, and that could be anything, you know what I mean? Like, it's just at some point I think people like wake up to this realization. I know that I did, and I know that unfortunately I didn't do that when I was like 50 or 55, which again, in retrospect, maybe would have been like the best thing for me in terms of like long-term stability, because here I am, I'm 36 years old, talking about nothing, advocating for nothing, and literally making a whole life out of Vlogs About Nothing, in terms of this is how I feel, like I like giving speeches. I can be your Tony Robbins if you need me to be, baby. I'm just saying that, I really enjoy this, and it's a really, really big part of my life, so thank you so much for being here with me. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, in case you didn't already know, and I grew up where people believe in aliens, you know. Also, Hecklefish 2024. And New Mexico, while they have, absolutely no option when it comes to the belief of aliens, knock knock, in terms of, because like that, like we're right by Mexico, like you're considered a legal alien. It's not a bad thing. That's a form, that's a name of, I'm Spanish, I'm brown, I'm just saying it's not a bad thing. It's on forms or whatever, but still, I just know that I'm from a certain part of the country, and Hecklefish 2024, and I am about to watch the rerun of the premiere of this week's episode, so that's why I've been, thinking about aliens, extraterrestrials, and regardless, the 4th of July, the Alien Festival just wrapped up on the 4th of July. So every year it's this, really celebrated event where people from all over the world come for 4th of July weekend into Roswell, the city of Roswell, where just outside of that city in the 1940s, a UFO was allegedly crashed into the high desert, Subsequently, following these events, we now know of just about, I guess, 7 decades or so of, the general conversation in the rhetoric of middle class America, and as it concerns its belief in the existence of extraterrestrials. You feel me? And so, like, the Roswell incident is something that, like, obviously is pretty close to locals here. I mean, I remember even when I was a little boy, my father was pretty interested in alien stuff for a while. I mean, my dad was really young when he had me. Um, in terms of, well, my dad didn't birth me, but when he impregnated my young mother, as it would be, my mom was 15 years old and my dad was 16. So I bring this up because growing up, they did a lot of like young people things, as it would be, as considered relative to their age, and not more to like the fact that they were barons. But anyways, my dad really he had his little phase in aliens, and we went on up to the alien museum in Roswell. And then obviously, like, ironically, after that, as an adult, and as a business owner of Cups of Enchantment, I did a couple of shows out in Roswell, and one of them was an alien festival a few years back as a beverage vendor. And this was one of our first events that we had done on a large level, because there were thousands of people there. And I had been able to visit also the Alien Museum then. And then when I was a kid, I went with some friends. You always go to the Alien Museum, and then you always go to like the McDonald's that's shaped like a UFO or a flying saucer or whatever. And so I've done that, and that all that is really really cool. I think Nimi's there, like right in front of the McDonald's that's shaped like a flying saucer. So, if you think that it's in any way unsafe, it's definitely not. So there's that. It's good old Roswell. I'm told that also that's where the dude from Back to the Future lives. The old guy. I've never seen Back to the Future, but I just always thought it was kind of creepy. It always looked to me, or is that the Wolf movie? It's kind of creepy. The Michael J. Fox movie where like he's like, he thinks his mom's hot or whatever. Am I the only person that think that's kind of weird? And I only know about that part because it's talked about it sometimes, in like funny videos. Like I don't know. I've never seen it. I guess I've never seen it. I have seen, because I'm a basketball fan and I know that part where Michael J. Fox turns into some kind of wolf, and he's playing basketball. This is what I remember about like some wolf movie with Michael J. Fox in it. That always I get confused with Back to the Future, because obviously the dude was a real popular dude, and if you weren't born right then at that time, like, and which I wasn't, I was like not yet born, but you know what I mean. I haven't seen Back to the Future, but we're talking about Roswell. Anyways, so yeah, as a local person Roswell is always fun to talk about, and it's kind of cool because I don't know what AJ is going to be talking about tonight on the Y Files. Link in the description below to his channel. Millions of people watch every single week. You know, it's fun stuff. The guy's got almost like 6 million subscribers, so hopefully, you know, we'll have that many subscribers. We don't have us a hecklefish, but I'll tell you, I am working on bringing a similar sidekick in that, you know, I like the idea of having a sidekick and or like co-host or whatever. The dude's, you know, real brilliant guy in regards to how to get the vlogs to look nice and stuff and the videos, right? And obviously production. I mean, this guy's got like money coming. That's good stuff. It's good stuff, but nonetheless, it's also like very, you know, inspirational in that regard too. But it's sort of like, yeah, the Roswell incident is kind of cool. I think I've heard him talk about it many, many times before, but I am in extraterrestrial mode, you know, and I also like the song with Katy Perry, minus Kanye West. I like the actual song with Katy Perry. No, I actually don't like Kanye's part. Like, I think it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm a Kanye musical most songs fan. You know, just like everybody is. I mean, how can you not like one or two? You know, the dude makes good music. But regardless, so that's kind of, I just wanted to talk about sort of ET stuff, you know, but just because I'm right about to watch the Y Files. I've been waiting all day to watch this, and then I started watching this baseball game, and my roommate and I were supposed to watch the women's soccer game, but for some reason, every time I try to watch it, I'd only get to this like thing where it shows me a bunch of commercials about the Olympics, and I'm sort of like, well, I want to watch the Olympics. It's actually not really even the Olympics yet, as explained to me earlier by my roommate. It's like a qualifying kind of a thing or something. The Olympics, and again, obviously, they don't really start until just a few hours from now, actually. The opening ceremony, I think, is at noon there or something, is when it starts. And they're 8 hours ahead of us. So actually, that the athletes are just getting their last rest of their sleep right now before they begin the daily events, which will precede the rest of the Olympics. Go Team USA. If I didn't live in an apartment like where there were like many people around me, you know, I would be elated with just passionate sort of go Team USA. Go LeBron James. You feel me? Like, let's see how many medals we can get this year. Let's be good sports, ladies and gentlemen. Let's win with class and dignity. You know, let's be graceful, but let's win. Like, seriously, I am very looking forward to this. So I have been for a long time. I guess because now I know that the next Olympics is in where Tupac would say he's going back to Cali, or was that Biggie? Biggie said he was going back to Cali. You feel me? Hey, Biggie's cool in Cali. Shoot, Biggie was a cool dude. Not so much Mr. Love. But you know, now we all know for sure, right? And it's sort of like, Mr. Combs, if you did anything that we find out bad to either Shakur or Wallace, you feel me? You know, you're gonna have, it's sort of like, come on now, because even Biggie can go back to Cali. So, anyways, I hope that you guys have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for watching, and until our next video, bye.